everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we're looking at Danganronpa 3 Episode 9, Side Despair. I am sorry I'm talking really quietly. It's really late at night, so I'm going to have to boost the volume of this as loud as I can. But I'll say this right now, it's either I do this review now and get it up there, or I don't do the review at all because tomorrow I'm very busy, so can't really do it tomorrow, unfortunately, or even Saturday if that, for that matter, most likely. So I kind of have to do it now, so I apologize, guys and girls, if you see this real late. Don't worry, I'm not worried about the views for this. Most likely, it's not going to get that many views because it's so late at night, but I figured might as well get it out there anyways. Anyways, let's talk about what happened in this episode. At least it was less despair-filled than Monday's episode. We have various characters going through some messed up crap, we'll say that right now. So we have Nanami here, who's talking to Hinata, right? Or excuse me, Hajime. I'm sorry. She's talking to Hajime. Well, actually, his name is Hinata, so it's like I always say like I'm wrong. It's like it is Hajime Hinata, so you can say either way. But I always like calling him Hajime because I just think it's just better. But we have her talking to Hajime, and she recognizes him right away. But then her first response is like, "What happened to your hair?" I thought that was funny. It was really cute and funny, but it was kind of despairing because of the fact that Izuru, who is now, unfortunately, he doesn't have really any memories of her. He doesn't really recognize her, so he goes, "Who are you?" Meanwhile, Junko comes in like right away going, "Oh, I've always wanted to meet you. I always wanted to meet you." Nanami. I couldn't think of her name for a second. Like I said, real late at night, not a good time to do reviews. She goes, "I always want to meet you and see what you're all about and kind of just get rid of you because of the fact that, you're the leader of the class and all that." But luckily, we have Yukizome coming in, saving the day, allowing Nanami and Nagato to escape while she kind of draws their attention. Now, we have Yukizome talking to Junko, and what's funny about this sequence is that I put them out of order on purpose, but she's talking about how, they by her letting her do that, like letting Nanami escape, she has done something that is gonna unfortunately go against what she thought would happen. So now she's escaping, of course, and she's running to the class to tell them what happened to Yukizome, their teacher. And that's just going to cause them to go and chase her down, of course, but that means that they're going to lead the class into a trap because Junko's already prepared for this. And so, just as she's saying, meanwhile, they do have, the class meeting up and talking to one another and kind of figuring out a plan once Nanami comes into play and tells them what happened and all that. Now, Yukizome, unfortunately, also starts to see how crazy Junko is. She has a student come out on her just beck and call, and the guy kills himself right in front of Yukizome, which is just disturbing as hell. It was censored, by the way, very heavily, but, it just shows that she does have a lot of control of the students, the reserve corps students already, so that's not a good thing. Meanwhile, though, the class is talking about how they're, kind of get everyone out. I do like that we finally have the ultimate imposter revealing what he really looks like, which is kind of weird. Like, damn, it looks very strange like that. I mean, it fits his character, but he looks strange at the same time. But he reveals who he was, and I like everyone's reactions because they're like all surprised and shit. But it's funny because from there on, they decide to go and save Yukizome. That's what they do. Now, meanwhile, Saki and Mankata are talking to each other about Junko, and Mankata, being that right now he's normal and sane, realizes Junko is the culprit behind all this, and he's pissed off, and he wants Saki to take care of Junko. And so Saki goes and says, I'll do it. Junko, Mankata tells him, don't hurt her too bad. He goes, nah, I can't promise that. So I think that was kind of cool. But, you have Mankata saying, you're going to pay for hurting my school, this is when I liked Mankata, when he was normal, not like the psychopath he is later on in the future arc. Now, meanwhile, though, Yukizome is going through some really dark times. She's being programmed by watching the killings, and unfortunately is forced to watch this and has her eyes, opened completely. She can't look away. And when she's trying to resist it, the sister of Junko, quote-unquote sister, comes in and starts prodding her head with various needles. So apparently she knows the brain synapses and how to kind of work them to make it so, the brainwashing works. And unfortunately, Yukizome looks like she does fall victim to it. Now, we have, Midora trying to run away from everything, but Junko catches up with all the Reserve Corps students, and, you feel really bad for Midora right here. I mean, he's running away, he's trying to kind of just stay alive, and he feels horrible that he's the cause of all this stuff right now happening, because he just wanted to make animation, but he ended up working for Junko without realizing it, and is the cause for a lot of this. So, I mean, I feel bad for this character completely. This is like one of the few times I feel bad for him, honestly. He runs away though, luckily, because Saki shows up and beats the crap out of some of the students. Now, meanwhile, the class is separated to a point. They have to separate to kind of avoid the reserve corps students. So we have Gundam and also the other guy. I forgot the guy's name though. He's like the super bulky guy who looks like he's got scars on his face. I forget his name because he's never mentioned that often. It's unfortunate, like, 'cause he's a big character, but he's never said his name like more than like I think a dozen times this show. But they stay behind to kind of fight the reserve corps students off while the rest of the students go to save Yukazome. But as they're going there, we forgot all about this. I forgot about this. That we have the nurse girl over here still under the brainwashing. So she pushes her into like a secret contraption of some sort. And when Nanami wakes up, Yukazome's in front of her saying, oh hey, are you okay? We gotta get going. Yukazome though, something very strange about Yukazome. She's smiling really creepy. She's not acting like herself for some reason. You could tell. So obviously the brainwashing affected her some way, and it's going to be very interesting to see what goes on from here. Anyways, guys and girls, like I said, I'm going to go to sleep. I'm so damn tired. It's not even funny. It's 12:38 right now. Anyways, I will talk to you all later. Have a great night. Bye-bye, everyone.